Hey, this is Chris, keeping it real. How you doing today? It's a beautiful Saturday. It rained all morning, but now the sun's come out. It's 57 degrees. I had to run up to the store to pick up some supplies. Now heading back home. Yet another thing that bothers me about this pandemic and the various state governments' response to it is that the same set of rules are, oh my goodness, the same set of rules are being applied to, like in North Carolina, the same set of rules are applied to everyone, regardless of where they live. So if you live in Charlotte, there's a set of rules. If you live where I live, it's the same set of rules, but it's not the same circumstance. There are a lot of people in Charlotte. The population density is fairly high. I don't know what the population density is. Of course, this kind of applies nationwide too. I mean, you know, like to just carry the comparison a little bit further, this area is nothing like New York City. The average number of people per square mile in Granville County, out in the county, is like 60 per square mile, which means 30 houses. You know what I'm saying? Draw a map. 30 houses a square mile on average, maybe 40. Some people are single, but then some people have families. It probably averages out to 2 people a household. In other words, there's plenty of space out here. I mean, there's no subways, there's no airports, there's no places where, except for churches, actually, there's no place where, more than a couple hundred people or several hundred people get together at one time in a confined space. That would be, and of course, nobody's having church. Although there is one church over in Henderson that's going to have a parking lot service tomorrow, which I thought was great. That's so easy to do. I mean, you just, maybe everybody can't come. Maybe you got to switch off Sundays or something, and just kind of like we'll have a little sign-up sheet, I mean, and really, it wouldn't be 6 feet distance. You say, what would that really be? Really, what you're talking about, you've got to be in your own 3x3 box in order to stay 6 feet. Well, actually, if you consider the size of your own body, that's like more like a 5x5 box. Of course, you and your spouse could be in one box, or you and your family could be in one box. Make the box a little bigger. As long as, families or individuals are separated by 6 feet, it really doesn't matter. And the fact that it's outside, to me, makes a big difference. If you're stuck inside with people, okay, I can understand why there would be some hesitance. Why I wouldn't do it, right? I would not go to any kind of meeting inside. I don't care if everybody's 20 feet apart, because I don't trust the fact that HVAC units are going to filter out viruses, and of course they don't. I don't know. There might be filters that do that. There probably are, but I don't know how they work, or if they work properly. That's what I'm really trying to say. But anyway, so we have to get back to the point. The point is, we have a lot of wide open space. We have a nice park downtown in Oxford that anybody could go walk on. There's no problem staying 6 feet apart from anybody in most social circumstances. It's like the beach that reopened in Florida. That's somebody saying, hey, look, our circumstance isn't like New York City's, or it's not like Tallahassee's or Jacksonville's or whatever. We're on a beach, and as long as people stay apart, there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to go out and enjoy the sunshine, get some exercise. I think the rules are you can do anything that you usually do on the beach. You can't except sunbathe or sit in a chair. I mean, it's for the purpose of exercising. And so as long as people follow the rules, and people don't want to follow the rules, excuse me, then I think you just have a beach patrol and they just start writing tickets. And it's like, if you're there with a chair, you get a ticket. We're not going to talk about it. If you're laying down on a towel, I'm going to give you a ticket. That's all. And if they do that, then people will get the message. And it is amazing how dumb some people are, or how uncaring some people are. I saw some pictures of people sitting there in a chair, even though the rules clearly say you're not allowed to sit in a chair and you're not allowed to sunbathe. But you are allowed to swim, you're allowed to walk or jog. You're supposed to maintain your distance, but I don't think the distance thing is nearly as important when you're outside. So, but it's just, my point is, you know, here we are. We live in a small community. We live out in the county. I can wave at my neighbors anytime and not come within 100 feet of them, you know. And I can get in my car and I can go to the grocery store, and you know what? There might be 50 or 60 people in there at the same time, but you know, it's easy to stay 6 feet away from somebody. But I went to Lowe's yesterday. It wasn't quite that easy, but it's still possible. It's just a matter of being aware of what you're doing. And so I think, you know, to just say everybody's got to stay home because your city is in trouble, your major cities are in trouble, doesn't mean the rest of us should have to stay home necessarily. I think there should be the spacing restrictions, but the staying at home part, I just don't agree with it. I really don't. There ought to be a way. There ought to be a way to let businesses stay open, especially in places like this. And I think it should be the locality's decision what they're going to do. You know, the fact of the matter is, where we live, we're not going to get the virus unless somebody comes in from like New York or New Jersey or Raleigh or Charlotte. I mean, it just isn't going. It can't get here, right? That's the biggest threat we face around here is people coming in from out of state and seeing their relatives as they are wont to do, which I've noticed. So some people just don't, you know, some people just don't care about other people, and you can't do anything about them. But that doesn't mean you lock everybody down. It's like, well, anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Got any questions or comments? Leave them in the section below. Like and subscribe. What kind of area do you live in? Do you think that the rules should be relaxed where you live? Do you think there's already enough space out there for everybody to lead not a normal life, but at least a somewhat normal life, and get some of these businesses back open in some way, shape, or form? I mean, I'm not talking about things that are deemed essential. I'm talking about just any business. I mean, if a McDonald's can, to my mind, if a McDonald's can stay open, everybody ought to be able to stay open. I mean, you're allowed in the McDonald's store. You just got to keep your space, right? What's so hard about that? You know, like I said, we're not in New York City. We're not in Charlotte. We're not in Raleigh. We're in the backwater of rural America. It's like, you know, we shouldn't have to bear the burden of a city's problem. Well, that could start off a whole new video. All right, got any questions or comments? Again, leave them in the section below. Like and subscribe. We appreciate when you do. We'll see you on the next video.